Good morning, all of you.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine.
Okay. So, we are at page number 42. Cell, the functional unit of life. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, look at the page number 42. Cell, the functional unit of life. Different cells perform different function. There are different kinds of cells to perform different kinds of function. Each function carried out in the body of a living organism is a result of its cellular activity. Everything which is done by a body is actually the result of a cell, working of cell, like speaking, running, moving, lifting, holding, everything is a activity done by the cell. In animals, the muscle cells have the ability to contract and relax. Muscle cells have the ability, we can contract and relax by stretching our body. These help in the movement of the part of the body. These muscle cells help the body to move. Then nerve cell conduct messages from one part of the body to the other part of the body. If we feel cold, we would like to wear woolen clothes. If we're feeling hot, then we remove our hands from a particular part that there is a hot. So this is all done by the nerve cell. Nerve cell take message from a particular part and send it to the brain, and take message from the brain and pass it to the particular part of the body. So the conduction of message is done by the nerve cell. The cell of the gland secrete enzyme. Gland, we are having many types of cells in our body. They are doing their particular function. They secrete enzyme, and that particular enzyme work for a particular function. So gland cells secrete enzyme, and these enzyme help in the different chemical reaction in the body. The skin cell protect our body from the harmful radiation of sun, harmful bacteria, and all the things. It cover the body and protect us and internal part of the body also. These are the function of cell. And in plants, the cell contains, the leaf contains chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is responsible for the photosynthesis, for preparation of food. The root cell, the work of root cell is to absorb water and minerals from the soil. So these are the function of cell. So we can say that the cell is the functional unit of a living organism. Structure. Have a look at the structure of cell. There are two types of cell. plant cell and animal cell. See, generally round in shape, animal cell is round in shape. There are different organelles present in the cell. But in plant cell, it has see, the cell differ in their shape and size. The cells are differ in shape and size, but their basic structure is the same. But the basic thing in both the cells are same. A typical cell has three main parts. The cell has three main parts. It is first is plasma membrane, next is cytoplasm, and third one is nucleus. See, plasma membrane. This is the outer layer of the outermost layer of the cell is known as plasma membrane. This is plasma membrane, but in plant cell, it is the second outermost. It is plasma membrane. But before this, the outermost layer in plant cell is cell wall. And this cell wall is absent in animal cell. The cell wall is absent in animal cell. Inner side of the cell wall, there is a layer of membrane, and this layer of membrane is known as plasma membrane. Here is the two layers. First one is cell wall and another is plasma membrane. But in animal cells, only one layer of membrane, and it is known as plasma membrane. The other thing, except this nucleus and plasma membrane, the whole part is known as cytoplasm. This whole part is known as cytoplasm. Which one? This. Except this nucleus and plasma membrane, the rest of the part is known as cytoplasm. And this is the nucleus. This is the nucleus. These are the all three parts: plasma membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus. Plasma membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus. Here we can see a difference. In animal cell, the nucleus is present at the center, but in plant cell, it is at the side, not actually in the center. And except this, there is a different organelles present in cytoplasm. There are different organelles present in cytoplasm, and these organelles are mitochondria, Golgi body, endoplasmic reticulum, vacuoles, etc. We will see that, learn about the plasma membrane. First, we have to have a look at the plasma membrane. The first part of cell is plasma membrane. A cell is surrounded by a membrane. It is called plasma membrane or a cell membrane. This, the shape is given by this membrane, and this is known as plasma membrane. It is thin, delicate, and flexible. What are the characteristics of this membrane. The membrane is thin, flexible, and delicate. Then it is living part of the cell. It's a living part of the cell. Then it is selectively permeable, made up of fats and lipid proteins. This cell is made up of fats and protein. This is made up of fat and protein. Then it contains pores. This cell is having fine pores. This cell is having fine pores. Due to the presence of these pores, the substance can enter and can release from the cell. It is selectively permeable. Selectively permeable. It means it can enter only selected substances, can enter in the cell. These are the characteristics of plasma membrane. See, what are the characteristics of plasma membrane? The plasma membrane is thin, flexible, and delicate. It's a living part of a cell. This cell is made up of fats and proteins and having fine pores, very small tiny pores they are having like a sieve. Due to this presence of these pores, some substances can pass in and can move from the cell out. So the plasma membrane is selectively permeable. It means it is responsible to select some substances to pass in and to move out. These are the characteristics of plasma membrane. Now, what are the function of this membrane? Function of plasma membrane. It gives a outer boundary of the cell. It gives the shape to the cell. Or boundary. The next is it protects the cell. The presence of this cell membrane protects the cell. Then maintain the shape of cell. The pores of plasma membrane allow the entry and exit the only selected substances. They prevent the movement of substances. Thus, the plasma membrane is called selectively permeable. It selects to enter or exit. These are the function of plasma membrane. It is clear? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Everything
Yes,
is clear
ma'am.
to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now the next,
Yes, ma'am.
cell wall. Cell wall is present only in plant cell. Remember this. the cell wall is the part of a plant cell only. This cell wall is not present in animal cell. The outermost part of the plant cell is cell wall. Present in plants only. Then the plasma membrane, outermost layer है. This is the outermost layer of plant cell. Right? It is thick and rigid. It is different from the plasma membrane. Plasma membrane is thin, but cell wall is thick. Plasma membrane is flexible, but it is rigid. Due to this cell presence of this cell wall and it is thick and rigid, the plants have the thick part. They do not move from one place to another. Then the plant's plasma membrane is living part and the cell wall is non-living part of the cell. Non-living part. The cell wall is non-living. Plasma membrane is made up of fats and protein, but the cell wall is made up of cellulose. The cell wall is made up of cellulose. There is a difference. I am telling you, maybe the question will be at the end of the lesson. Kindly differentiate the cell wall and cell membrane. So these are the differentiation of cell wall. Thick and rigid, but the plasma membrane is thin and flexible. Outermost layer of the plant cell, but plasma membrane is the second outermost layer of the cell. Plasma membrane is living part, but the cell wall is non-living part. Plasma membrane is made up of fats and protein, but the cell wall is made up of cellulose. And this is a cell wall present in plant cell and plasma membrane present in both the organism. These are the characteristics of cell wall. Now, the function of cell wall. It gives rigidity to the plant. See, it gives a definite shape and rigidity to the plant. Right? Protect the plant cell from disease causing agent and mechanical injuries. Protect the plant. Then it is freely permeable. The plasma membrane is selectively permeable, but the cell wall is freely permeable. It means there is no selection of substances to pass and to exit. All substances can pass through the cell wall and can exit from the cell. It allows the movement of all substances across it. These are the function of cell wall. This we complete the first part of cell. The next part is cytoplasm. The next part of cell is, the cell is divided into three parts: cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. We have completed the first part, plasma membrane. Now the second part of cell is cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a part of a cell other than this, the thing present at this area in between the plasma membrane and nucleus. The part between the plasma membrane and nucleus is known as cytoplasm. What are the characteristics of this? It is thick, jelly-like, colorless fluid occupies the space. It is colorless also. Occupy space between plasma membrane and nucleus. See, between the plasma, this is the plasma membrane and this is the nucleus. The part between this plasma membrane and nucleus is known as cytoplasm. All cell organelles are present in cytoplasm. All the things are present in this region. This is the all about the cytoplasm. The third part of cell is nucleus. Nucleus present at the center of the cell in animal cell. It is the important part of living thing. It's an important part. Of cell. Then it is generally located at the center of the cell, generally present at the center. It has 4 parts. These nucleus has 4 parts. What are they? Nuclear membrane, then nucleoplasm.
Ma'am.
Yes. Yes. Nucleus has 4 parts. First is nuclear membrane. Like a plasma membrane is there for the cell, but it's a nuclear membrane. Membrane covered the nucleus is known as nuclear membrane. It separates the nucleus from the cytoplasm. What happened? What happened? Do you want to ask anything? Just tell me. Nuclear
No,
membrane
ma'am.
separate the nucleus from cytoplasm. It's a boundary in between the cytoplasm and nucleus. This is known as nuclear membrane. Then it allows the movement of selected material between the cytoplasm and nucleoplasm. So it is also having pores and it can allow some substances to pass in nucleus and exit from the nucleus, same as the plasma membrane. The next is nucleoplasm. The dense fluid inside the nucleus is called nucleoplasm. The next part is the next part of nucleus is nucleoplasm. What happen here? It's a cell, it's a nucleus, and there is a fluid present in this, and this fluid is known as nucleoplasm. The fluid present in nucleus is known as nucleoplasm. Here is the word protoplasm. Protoplasm means cytoplasm plus nucleoplasm. See, it's a cell, nucleus, cell membrane, nucleus and nucleoplasm. It is the nucleoplasm. And the things present here, it is cytoplasm. Both are collectively known as protoplasm. Nucleoplasm and cytoplasm all together known as protoplasm. Is it clear? Girls?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The third part of...
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The third part of nucleus is nucleolus. Nucleolus. Now, what is nucleolus? It's a small spherical body. It present in nucleus plasma. See, it's a cell, nucleus, and there is a something here, a round body, spherical body present in the nucleus is known as nucleoplasm. Sorry, nucleolus. It is known as nucleolus. It is a small spherical body. It is present in the nucleoplasm. The fourth part is chromatin. The fourth part of nucleus is chromatin. It's a thin thread-like structure. These are made up of deoxyribonucleic acid. See, what is this? It's a cell, nucleus, nucleolus. There is a thread-like structure present in the nucleus, and these thread-like structures are known as, here is a pores also there. See, these are known as chromatin fibers. This is known as chromatin. These thread-like structures are known as chromatin. And the material present in this is known as nucleoplasm. There is a layer, there is a membrane. To separate the cytoplasm from the nucleus is known as nuclear membrane, and some spores are there, and these are known as ribosomes. These are known as ribosomes. Chromatin fibers are made up of, these chromatin fibers are made up of deoxyribonucleic acid, and the short name of this is DNA. Deoxyribonucleic acid. These chromatin fibers are made up of DNA, and the full form of DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. During the cell division, The chromatin material condense and form thick ribbon-like structure. The cell divide and make new cells. At the time of division, during cell division, these chromatin fibers condense and forms thick ribbon-like structure. And these are known as chromosomes. These are known as chromosomes. What happened here? It's a nucleus, nucleolus. At the time of cell division, they forms a thread-like structure, and these are known as chromosome. These are known as chromosome. The number of chromosomes is definite in each organism. The number of chromosomes are fixed, definite in all living organisms, but varies from one kind of organism to other. It means it is same in a particular living organism, but they are different in other organism. Like cat having the different number of chromosome to the dog. So in humans, there are 46 chromosomes. In humans, chromosomes and 23 in pair. If we pair them, then divide by 2 and make 23 pair of chromosome or 46 chromosome in all. Pea plant. Pea plant has 7 chromosomes. So all living organism has the definite number of chromosomes. This is all about the nucleus. Nucleus has 4 part nuclear membrane which separate the cytoplasm and nucleus, and it is selectively permeable, having pores, and it is porous. Nucleoplasm present inside material inside the nucleus is known as nucleoplasm. Nucleolus, there is a small spherical body present in the nucleus is known as nucleolus. And chromatin. Chromatin is a network of fiber, thin thread-like structure, and they are made up of deoxyribose nucleic acid. During the cell division, these chromatin material condense and forms ribbon-like structure, and these ribbon-like structure are known as chromosomes.
Zone.
The number of chromosomes are definite, fixed in all living organisms. Human has 46 chromosomes. Pea plant has 7 chromosomes. Function of nucleus. It controls all the activity of the cell. All the activity of cell. Then chromosome contains genes, chromosomes having genes on it, and these genes are the heredity unit which pass the character of parents to their offsprings. That's why offspring resemble their parent. Due to these genes, due to the presence of genes, the offspring resemble to their parents, resemble to their grandparents, and resemble to their brothers and sister siblings. If a person has brown eyes, his son and daughter may also have brown eyes due to the presence of genes. These genes are the hereditary units. However, the different combination of genes from parents result in different characteristics. If they are not resemble to their parents, they have the different characteristics. So this is all about the three parts of cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. Here is the word cell organelle. We will take this cell organelle in our next class. Is it clear to you?
Yes,
Yes.
If you want to ask any question regarding this three part, everything,
No, ma'am.
everything is clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have a nice day. I'm leaving the class.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.